I just want to give you an update on the Model Y that my wife and I have on order. When we ordered it, we ordered the rear-wheel drive version. And one of the reasons why we are thinking about a Model Y versus our Chevys, the Chevys are convenient because if I have a problem, I only have to drive 75 miles to a dealer. If I had a problem with a Tesla, I would drive 355 miles to Minneapolis. And one thing that held me back, because when I bought the Chevy Bolt EV in the beginning, is I test drove it a Model S and loved it, of course. I took a sound reading and the sound was the same level as and then I went for a test drive in the Chevy Bolt EV, and the sound level was the same. It didn't have the same sound system. Tesla was far superior, but the car was too big. We would have a difficult time parking in our garage with our Volt, which was my first electric car. Well, I shouldn't say that. I bought an electric car in 1978, which was like a fancy golf cart, but it had a wedge nose and had a resistant heater, and it had a range of about 35 miles, which I couldn't go any further than 25 miles because the batteries, the lead acid batteries, they have to be at peak to go. Yeah, it had a speed of 35 miles an hour. So I drove it to work. I used to work at the Union Pacific, and so I just drive there, and I thought, I won't make it back home, so I opened up the window, ran my plug in there, and charged it up. But that was my first experience with an electric car. And I didn't keep it long, and eventually they ended up at a battery place, and they put it on the roof of the battery place and said, hey, you can get your batteries here, and this is an example of how you can use your batteries. So, but my real first electric car was a Chevy Volt. And after I drove it on electric, I thought, I don't even want I like it because it has unlimited range basically, because you can fill it up with gas, but I wanted an electric car, and so the same year I bought the Chevy Bolt versus the Model S. And I'm glad I did, because the Model S is too big, and I didn't want the older battery technology, and if I wanted a Model S, it would have to have autopilot at least version 1. And now that I think about it, I wouldn't buy anything without at least the version 2 or 2.5 would even be better, but then the price gets up there to where I can get this Model Y at $54,000. Then I got a new vehicle with full warranty, and I think the car is going to be incredible. Tesla, for example, is something I've invested in for maybe at least 2 years. I have over 300 shares of Tesla stock. I'm a firm believer in the company and in its mission and what's going to happen to it. But don't put the Chevy Bolt EV down, or the Volt, either one. They are really good cars, except for they lack the things that Tesla offers. But they have some benefits too, because if I get in an accident with it, it's going to cost me a lot less to fix it. I like the tires on the Bolt EV because they'd be less likely to have damage, cheaper to replace. There's a lot of advantage to either car. But what I really want in the future is a full self-driving car, and Tesla is that way to get there. So go to Design Studio, which I changed my order, saved $2,000 because I really wanted the pearl white, and I wanted, of course, autopilot, and I wanted full self-driving. And so it has been reduced. If you get all those, just those three things, rear-wheel drive, it came to $54,000 versus that black, which I didn't want in the first place, for $56,000. So it's a good thing to get online and change your order if that's something that you want. And I'm sure you'd save $2,000 if you went to the all-wheel drive also. But I don't know what that is, because I didn't want to pay for that added rolling resistance, a little bit of rolling resistance, less range. And being that I live here in North Dakota, I want the maximum range I can get out of a vehicle. A Model 3 would be better, but I don't want a Model 3 right now. And maybe when the Model Y comes out, I might change my mind, because the Model 3 is the most efficient vehicle right now on the market. And that's the kind I want. So anyway, word to the wise, go in, edit your account, and change your order. Save a couple $1,000s. Thanks. See you later. Bye.